Evaluate. Express your answer in scientific notation. So the first question, we're given a number in scientific notation, and we will add that to a number that's in standard form. But then the end result is we have to be in scientific notation. For these types of problems, I'm going to suggest we follow 3 steps. Number 1, we want to convert all numbers to standard form. 2, we'll line up our decimals to add and subtract. And then number 3, we'll convert our answer to scientific notation, just like we did the day prior. So first things first, write the original problem. So that's as is. Next after that, I'm going to go ahead, since this is an exponent of 5, I'm going to move that decimal 5 spots to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then notice that right here we're going to have 3 zeros that we're going to add to it. So I will write 9, 6, 4, 1, 2, 3 zeros. Again, we'd have 3 spots that we'd have to put in there. And I will add to that 98,500. So there's step 1, convert to standard form. Step number 2 is we're going to line up the decimals to add them. So I'm going to write 964,000. And the decimal here is to the right. I'm just going to put it for right now. If you don't see it, it's assumed that it's there. And then I'm just going to go ahead and rewrite this one. Again, we would have a decimal over here. And again, you don't have to write it, but I'm just doing it to emphasize it. And then I would just write the numbers from right to left. So I would have a 0, a 0, a 5, an 8, and a 9. And if you felt comfortable, you could go ahead and put a 0 underneath that if you want. But in this case, we're adding, so it's nothing that's too tricky. So 0 and 0, 0 and 0, 0 and 5, 4 and 8, that's going to be a 12. We'll regroup the 1 in the next place. 1 plus 6 is 7. 7 plus 9 is 16, and I'll regroup again. 1 and 9 gives me 10. So now that we have this number, all we have to do is convert it to scientific notation. And I need 1 digit to the left of the decimal. So if I put the decimal right there, the digit to the left is going to be 1. And then I'll rewrite all these numbers. Well, most of them. I'll rewrite the 0, the 6, the 2, and the 5. And then these zeros to the right, we don't need those. So I'm just going to put 1.0625 times 10. And then again, to decide how many, this is obviously a really big number. So if I was to move it back to its original spot over here, I would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spots. And a positive 6 exponent is going to give us a really large number. Technically, that's 1,062,500. All right, and then I guess we'll box this, and this will be our final answer. So let's box that right there. And I guess I could transfer it over here. I'm going to put 1.0625 times 10 to the power of 6. That's it. All right, let's try another addition one, but I'm going to throw something at you that's a little bit different. Both of these are in scientific notation, so our first step is to convert them. So let's see. Start with writing the original problem. Now I'm going to move this decimal 3 places to the right. So that's going to be 7, 9, and then I would have 1, 2 zeros. So that's going to be 7,900. Sorry about that. And then I'm going to move this decimal 5 places to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is going to be add, and that's going to be 65, and then I would add 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. Okay, so we'll line them up. I always like putting the larger number on top, so this 650,000 I'm going to put first. And again, you could add the 0 or the decimal to this, that's fine. I'm going to leave it out at this point of 0, 0, 9, and then 7. Again, notice right here, if I did do it, the decimals do line up. So we're just going to add these together. 0 and 0 is 0, 0, 9, 7, 5, and 6. So it looks like I've got 657,900. I have to go convert this back into scientific. So I'm going to write 6.579, no longer need those zeros, times 10 to the power of, and let's switch to red. Let's move this one back. So in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so that's going to give me my positive 5 exponent. So 6.579 times 10 to the power of 5. And we'll box that. And that's pretty much it for examples for adding in scientific notation.